Want me to get out of the US? Your petitions are nothing but clown toys. A few thousand signatures think they can intimidate me? I came here when I was 5. Over all these years, the taxes I've paid and the jobs I've created are far more substantial than the nonsense of those keyboard warriors. Deport me? You can only dream.
So yesterday, I spoke about the Nicki Minaj deportation petition, and now she's saying she's not going anywhere, that she pays taxes and creates job opportunities. And I'm like, okay, that's good, but many immigrants and Black Americans do the same thing every single day. They pay taxes, create jobs, and still don't compromise their values or turn against the community that supported them.
Nicki Minaj has said she's furious over the petition going around about getting her back to Trinidad. The petition has already received 3,000 signatures in only a few hours. It quickly picked up traction on Twitter with people sharing screenshots and reacting to the wording. The petition focuses on frustration with Nicki after she publicly praised Donald and people connected to him. Many say they feel disappointed by her recent statements and choices. The petition also references comments Nicki previously made about how she arrived in America. In the past, she said she was brought over through an alternative path, which people are now bringing back into the conversation. One source said Nicki is angry about this. She feels that she's just shared an opinion and there's no need for the internet to be piling on her like this. She wants everyone to know that she will hold her head high and not let anyone get to her. While she has the right to be angry, I can't see the public's opinion of her changing anytime soon. She's a lot of fans against Donald and she supports him. So this is a consequence that's happened. She's lost so many fans because of this, and it doesn't seem like she'll ever get them back now. But before you go, I want to know, do you think the petition is justified or is it just an overreaction?
Apparently, Nicki Minaj deleted her Instagram after losing like 10 million followers. Like, girl, what did you think was gonna fucking happen? It's genuinely so crazy to me to like what was going on in her mind, knowing what her fan base is, knowing that her fan base is mainly queer people of color. Like, what did she think was going to happen? I've gotten to a point now where I've taken her out of my playlists because I can't do it. And with all of the stuff that she's done in recent years, I've already kind of been on the verge of that because I was like, okay, maybe I could separate the art from the artist and this and that. But at this point, I'm like, no, I can't do this anymore. I cannot in good conscience give you residuals. I can't stream your music and get you paid when you're doing some shit like this. It's really crazy the way that 2025 is going out with a bang, with like so many people getting their asses handed to them and getting their karma. It's giving justice is being served. It's giving Pluto and Aquarius. Everybody needs to be real careful. Bad people need to be real careful right now.
Want me to get out of the US? Your petitions are nothing but clown toys. A few thousand signatures think they can intimidate me? I came here when I was 5. Over all these years, the taxes I've paid and the jobs I've created are far more substantial than the nonsense of those keyboard warriors. Deport me? You can only dream. Say I betrayed the LGBTQ community? Ridiculous. My music has brought more attention and understanding to this community than all your online moral grandstanding combined. Who I support is my right. It's not your place to judge. And Cardi B? My Instagram has been closed for a long time, yet she's still counting how many followers I've lost? I don't care at all. What have I been through? My own brother faced legal trouble, and the whole internet pressured me to take a stand. Trusted team members turned their backs on me for money, painting me as a monster in the media. And then there's the endless cyberbullying. But look at me now, who's still standing? Who's the one who fell? So, go ahead and hate. I'll spend Christmas and New Year's with the people I love in warmth and happiness. You can stay behind your screens and keep dreaming your pathetic little dreams.
Tens of thousands of people have signed a petition to send Nicki Minaj back to Trinidad.
Nicki Minaj has said she's furious over the petition going around about getting her back to Trinidad. The petition has already received 3,000 signatures in only a few hours. It quickly picked up traction on Twitter with people sharing screenshots and reacting to the wording. The petition focuses on frustration with Nicki after she publicly praised Donald and people connected to him. Many say they feel disappointed by her recent statements and choices. The petition also references comments Nicki previously made about how she arrived in America. In the past, she said she was brought over through an alternative path, which people are now bringing back into the conversation. One source said, Nicki is angry about this. She feels that she's just shared an opinion and there's no need for the internet to be piling on her like this. She wants everyone to know that she will hold her head high and not let anyone get to her. While she has the right to be angry, I can't see the public's opinion of her changing anytime soon. She's a lot of fans against Donald and she supports him. So this is a consequence that's happened. She's lost so many fans because of this, and it doesn't seem like she'll ever get them back now. But before you go, I want to know, do you think the petition is justified, or is it just an overreact?
You know, this is going to be my last video about MAGA Nicki Minaj, because that's what we're going to call her. She's now MAGA Nicki Minaj. But this video is going to address MAGA in general, because y'all have been up and down my comments on the last two videos that I made about Nicki Minaj and her Turning Point USA attendance. But MAGA, let me let you know something, because I know y'all probably didn't do your research. Did you know at the age of 5, Nicki Minaj came into the U.S. as an undocumented immigrant? You know, the same group of people who y'all right now want them out of the country. So yes, that was her at the age of 5. And do you know, back in 2024, Nicki Minaj herself admitted that she is still not a U.S. citizen. Yeah, again, the same people who y'all want out of this country. She's not a U.S. citizen. And MAGA, did you know that Nicki Minaj has a strong embracing with the LGBTQ plus community? You know, the same people who y'all do not like. She even has a collaboration with a trans artist by the name of Kim Petras. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. But yeah, Nicki Minaj, who y'all are really praising right now, I hope you took a dig into her past, because she is everything that y'all are against. That's all.
Now, when Nicki Minaj came out and did that whole thing about Christians being persecuted in Nigeria, I knew then that she was positioning herself to be a part of the MAGA movement. Now, I was a Nicki Minaj fan about 15 years ago when she had come out and she was like the mixtape queen on everybody's albums. The song Monster that she did with Kanye West before he too went crazy. Or Bottoms Up that she did with Usher. Things like that. Never liked her singles and never got into the beef that she had with Cardi B. Didn't care about any of that. But lately I noticed that she did kind of fall off, and her music career fell not too long before she announced that she was getting married. Now, there is a lot of speculation as to why she is doing what she is doing when it comes to the Bonesborough administration, and why she is suddenly coming out after everything that we have seen in these past 10, 11 months. Why is she coming out to support them in this fashion, when her words before, specifically about the VP, seem to be a little bit different? Now, Turning Point USA had this memorial thing in Phoenix, and Nicki Minaj came to speak at that. And notably, a lot of the other Black creators who also were part of Turning Point USA were not invited to this event, but she was. That can probably be chalked up to her status as someone who is super famous, and perhaps someone that they can use to be the face to try to gather more of the Black community. Now that Candace Owens had proven herself to be against Turning Point USA, they don't have a Black face to put in front to try to gather more people of the Black community to cheer on and support their own demise. So Nicki Minaj, someone of her celebrity and fame, can be that. Someone with her influence can probably bring in new people to Turning Point USA, or at least get them indoctrinated into that rhetoric.
Guys, look at who lost 10 million followers and still shamelessly says she's not afraid. Then why did she shut down her account? Why not continue posting the statements she thinks are so great? She loves to say she's the queen, but a true queen doesn't have to count troops every day, doesn't rely on opposition to maintain presence, and doesn't depend on kissing ass to earn respect. Don't think follower loss is the end. Obviously, Nicki Minaj's incidents will continue to happen. We all know that. When she relies on controversy to survive without respecting others, this is the consequence she gets. Losing followers isn't a coincidence, nor is it targeted. It's the result of her failing to uphold her own standards. Always claiming to be my predecessor, but not even winning a single Grammy. It really is shocking. I suggest she focus on creating music. Putting out a full album is the most important thing, instead of barking from one faction or another. The stage doesn't become empty because you disappear. Brands don't vanish because you stay silent. But now the person standing on stage is me, the one favored by brands is also me. That's the difference between us.
That's where the pain is coming from, not hate, pain. Because when people feel like they welcomed you, embraced you, and celebrated you, and then they see you standing with people who openly attack them, it doesn't feel political, it feels like betrayal. So when she says she's not going anywhere, people hear something else underneath that statement. They hear, I benefited from those communities, but I don't stand with them anymore. And that's where the reaction is so strong, not because people want to destroy her, but because they felt discarded. I'm not here to attack anyone. I'm just saying these actions have consequences. And when you shift, people are allowed to question it. Please, I could love to hear your honest opinion in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.